Marcus Chen had always prided himself on his evening routine. After 12 grueling hours managing the orbital mining platform's logistics, nothing beat sinking into his quarters' modest bathtub with a cup of synthetic coffee and yesterday's news feeds. The cramped apartment aboard Station Kepler 442b wasn't much, but it was his sanctuary among the stars. He was halfway through filling the tub when she appeared. "Excuse me," came a melodious voice from behind him. "But you're occupying my cleansing chamber." Marcus spun around, nearly dropping his towel. Standing in his bathroom doorway was the most extraordinary being he'd ever encountered. She stood barely 3 feet tall, with luminescent azure skin that seemed to pulse with an inner light. Her features were delicately beautiful. Large violet eyes that sparkled with intelligence and silver hair that floated as if underwater. She wore what appeared to be a flowing garment made of liquid starlight. "You're... what?" Marcus stammered, clutching his towel tighter. The alien creature stepped forward with fluid grace, her bare feet making no sound on the metal flooring. "This cleansing chamber belongs to me, as per the Galactic Accord of 2387. I am Zara of the Luminari, and according to interspecies law, I have the right to utilize any bathing facility within a 50-parsec radius of my homeworld." Marcus blinked, rapidly. "Lady, I think there's been some mistake. This is my apartment on a human mining station in the middle of nowhere. There's no way." "The middle of nowhere?" Zara's laugh was like wind chimes in a gentle breeze. "Human Marcus Chen, employee ID 7749 Delta, you are currently residing within the traditional bathing grounds of my people. Your species built this station without consulting the Galactic Registry." "How do you know my name?" Marcus asked, his engineering mind trying to process the impossible situation. Zara waved a delicate hand and a holographic display materialized in the air between them. It showed detailed schematics of the station, Marcus's personnel file, and what appeared to be ancient star charts overlaid with legal documents written in a dozen different alien scripts. "The Luminari have been using this region for our sacred, cleansing rituals for over 3,000 of your years," she explained, her voice taking on a formal tone. "When your kind arrived 6 months ago, you unknowingly established your station directly over our most cherished bathing site. The water recycling systems you've installed are actually processing our blessed spring waters." Marcus stared at the holographic evidence floating before him. The legal documents bore official seals from what appeared to be a dozen different alien civilizations, all recognizing Luminari water rights in this sector. "But surely there's some way to resolve this without sharing my bathroom?" Marcus asked weakly. Zara's expression softened and she tilted her head in a gesture that reminded Marcus of a curious bird. "You misunderstand, Marcus Chen. I do not wish to inconvenience you. However, the sacred waters call to me and I must answer. Perhaps we could reach an accommodation?" "An accommodation?" "The Luminari cleansing ritual requires only 15 minutes of your local time, performed once per lunar cycle. In exchange, I would be willing to share certain benefits of our advanced technology." As if to demonstrate, Zara gestured toward Marcus's primitive water heater. Immediately, the device began humming with renewed efficiency, and the water in the tub started glowing with a soft, warm light that seemed to ease the tension in Marcus's shoulders just by looking at it. "Your technology is remarkable but crude," Zara continued. "We could enhance your station systems exponentially. Your mining yields could increase tenfold. Your life support systems could run with perfect efficiency, and your people would never again suffer from the joint aches and fatigue that come from artificial gravity." Marcus felt his practical side, warring with his privacy concerns. "And all you want is to use my bathtub once a month?" "The sacred waters choose their own vessels," Zara replied mysteriously. "It seems they have chosen yours." As if the universe was emphasizing her point, the enhanced water in the tub began to emit a soothing, harmonic frequency that made Marcus feel more relaxed than he had in months. The chronic back pain from years of space work simply melted away. There would, of course, be certain protocols, Zara added, her cheeks flushing a deeper shade of blue. Luminari bathing customs require minimal clothing, to properly commune with the sacred waters. Marcus nearly choked on air. You mean you want to bathe? Here? With me around? The ritual cannot be performed in solitude. The sacred waters require a witness to validate the cleansing. It is an honor typically reserved for other luminari, but given the circumstances. She trailed off, looking almost shy. Marcus ran a hand through his hair, trying to process the surreal situation. Here he was, having a perfectly rational conversation with a beautiful alien about bathroom sharing arrangements that could potentially revolutionize human technology. What happens if I say no? Zara's expression grew serious. The Galactic Court would be forced to intervene. Your entire station would be relocated at considerable expense to your Earth government. Diplomatic relations between our species would begin on unfortunate terms. And if I say yes? Humanity gains its first true alien ally, Zara replied simply. The Luminari have much to offer your kind: clean energy, advanced medicine, faster than light, communication technology. We believe in nurturing younger species who show wisdom and cooperation. Marcus looked at the glowing water, then at the small alien woman who had just turned his mundane evening into the most important diplomatic moment in human history. The weight of responsibility settled on his shoulders like a familiar tool belt. All right, he said finally, surprised by his own decision. Once a month, but we establish some ground rules first. Zara's face lit up with genuine joy, and for a moment, her entire form seemed to shimmer like captured starlight. Thank you, Marcus Chen, she said. You have just made history. Your species' future among the stars begins in this very room. As Marcus watched her settle gracefully into his humble bathtub, the enhanced waters swirling around her like liquid diamonds, he couldn't help but smile. Sometimes the most extraordinary adventures began in the most ordinary places.